G'day guys, welcome to episode 2 of the GL build. First, let's go over a quick recap of what happened in episode 1, and let's get stuck in. By accident, I stumbled across this listing on the patrol forum of a 1986 MK Patrol with an L28 and a steel canopy 5-speed GL Deluxe for sale, for a reasonable price, so I thought I'll shoot him a message even though it's been 4 years, and maybe by some luck it'll still be available, and honestly, to my surprise, it was.
Yeah.
I had to. Well, not the lights work.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
God, I hope the brakes work.
So a deal was done and it was time to head back with the trailer, so I headed off to get it after work. Halfway home, mighty shorty as usual, towing beautifully. Sits nicely on about 90 without screaming. Yeah, she's pretty nice. After getting it back to the warehouse, we drove it off the trailer. A couple of the boys came round, we took it around the block a few times, and then we decided it was ready to start getting stuck into the rust. So that's exactly what episode 2 is going to be. We're going to get stuck in right now. Sweet, so we've given it the wash and it's come out in most spots, giving reasonable amounts of hope that 50 Shades of Red, or I believe this car was nicknamed Yui, there's going to be a lot of different colours of red, but yeah, one day we'll get it resprayed when it's registered, but it doesn't have to be perfect. So giving it a wash, as we can see, just to get a bit of a look into what we're getting into. It's mainly not too shabby. Have to do the back still. But today, I'm going to start with getting 2 things done at minimum. I want to get the bonnet off because there's some rust in there I want to attend to, and then windscreen off so we can see really how bad the rust is under there. So we're going to get stuck into that right now. I want to give a big thank you to John from the warehouse who has helped me remove the windscreen and even take the canopy off. He gave up a lot of time for this, so thanks heaps, mate. Let me have a look. Charlie, mate. What were you doing that you let it get this bad? Come on, Charlie. Come on, Captain. Alrighty, so I've made the decision for roadworthy. I do not legally have to have a roof on this. I've spoken to my mechanic. So that's coming off. And I'm going to clean that up, and because it's barn doors and I don't know the hinges, that's going to go onto that. There. So I'm going to get this glass off. Alrighty guys, we've started popping off the trims, sitting in the back. Butchered these things, but started to undo the nuts up there. John's popping out the back trims. And yeah, get this canopy off tonight. Shit falls through the windscreen.
Yeah.
Alrighty, we just finished getting the canopy off, which is, as everyone that owns an MK short wheelbase knows, not a regular job you do, because it takes so long. Unless you're garage sale. It's a weekly thing for him. Anyway, canopy's off. And rust check. She's a little bit worse than the other one. But that's fine because most of the paint's good, so just clean that up a bit. It should come out alright-ish. But the body is, apart from the roof, better than we thought. I was hoping no rust along here, which is pretty good. The only bit that we have, which I knew was there, I could see a bubble appearing there, which has revealed that. I've already got to do that. I'm not stressed. Top section at the back of the roof is Mickey Mouse clean. Almost as clean as John's MK bus. And we had one bolt here break. That nut, I'm gonna get that out, carefully cut it open and weld a nut in there. The roof is generally pretty good if you look at it from the back. You come to the front, right up there. Look, you could nearly go camping inside that. And all that. That's honestly about all the rust in the old bill. Chuck the high beams on. Oh, that's nice. I wasn't sure if the spotties were going to work. The fact that they work, that's lit. It's nice. Custom plate on there, say Yui or something, if we go at the nickname. Oh, she's pretty clean. I'm very happy with this. Now that the canopy's off, it doesn't need that much for roadworthy. We got mechanic John who can give me ideas on what needs to be done for roadworthy because he built that from scratch. So, yeah. Alrighty guys, next step is a little bit of rust in here which we're going to tackle tomorrow night, so we just got to get the engine bay. It's just easier if we get it off. See a bit better. I'm thinking something. Like that. I'll sort it tomorrow. Alrighty, we've cut that rust section out, and now I'm just gonna make up some plate and try and get it bent into that shape, and we can go ahead and clean some metal back and tack it in. Alrighty, so we've done most of that. We just got to clean up the last bits. And now we're coming round. Let's start the next easiest bit. I'm going to do the roof last just because I want to build into it. I'm going to do this bit right here now. That shouldn't take too long. I did that one on mine, so it shouldn't be too much different. And then we're going to do these two in two separate ones. got it behind some primer because it's going to sit for a bit. I don't want it to rust out again. So do that, and then I'll eventually clean it up. I'm just going to do a little bit by bit here and there.
That.
Hold it on. Yeah, no, just hold it on. Alrighty guys, so a mate was going to be panel beating this, but he's pulled out. No, he just doesn't have the time because he's got too many patrols of his own. Anyway, I was like, oh, look, I'll have a crack at doing this. So that's the old section. That's fucked. That's fucked. It's just non-existent. Sorry for the terrible lighting. I've just put this new one in. It's just tucked in currently. Pretty happy with that. Alrighty, so it's been a minute. I was supposed to have this done by a mate, and he pulled out because he just had some commitments come up and didn't have room in the workshop and all that yada yada. So thought I'd give this a crack myself. First time trying like a upper roof. It's not too bad. Got to do the middle still and smooth it out, and then we're having a crack at this hole in the gutter. Just grinding back slowly and filling up and then grinding. Just got to mesh that bit in. Same on the other side. Then primer and paint, all the rust converter, all that. And then she will be ready for the windscreen to go back in. Righty guys, so just finished up most of the roof. We now just got to stitch this to the lower lip. And then we've just done right through here, smooth the back, just needs a little bit of body filler. And this section just down here just needs a little bit of body filler. And yeah, should be sweet. So just patching that area at the bottom of the windscreen mount. Should come up alright with a bit of paint. Won't really need any bog, I don't think. Alrighty, so I've just finished up welding most of the windscreen and just got to touch a little bit down here on both sides and then grind back a lot of the welds. But we're just doing a test fit of the glass and she fits. So that's usually a pretty good start in my opinion. So yeah, look at that. Very happy with that. Yeah, we're just going to clean up some bits on the side here, which yes, it looks terrible. It's my first go at properly welding patches all by myself. And as you know, when you don't have the cleanest metal, it doesn't come out the best. But I'm giving it a crack, and I'm pretty happy with that. Should look good. And alrighty, that's going to be all we're going to get done for episode 2. I've been quite busy the last few weeks and going to be pretty much away from the car for the next couple of weeks as well. So it's going to be a while between episode 2 and 3 again probably. But still getting stuck into it. Still got the same motivation. Keen to get it done. If you're enjoying this, make sure to follow me on here and on Instagram at TanosMK. Thanks all. Have a good one.